ever thought? How many nuclear bombs would it take to destroy the world? Several analyses have been conducted on the number of nuclear weapons needed to wipe out the globe or humanity since the groundbreaking Manhattan Project in 1942 to 1945. The possibility of nuclear conflicts and a nuclear winter have once again come up as the situation with Russia and Ukraine gets worse. Business Insider had claimed that soon after the end of the Second World War, experts began looking into how many nuclear bombs it would take to end the globe. Later, a research that examined how many nuclear bombs it would take to end society as we know it showed the maximum number of nuclear weapons that a nation should possess. Most people mean by destroying the Earth to imply eradicating all humankind or even the majority of life on Earth. They essentially intend to wipe off the human race. This is because it would require an energy equivalent of more than 2 × 10 raised to 32 joules, or 12 days' worth of sun output, to produce a blast powerful enough to literally destroy the Earth. Okay, so there are 2 ways we can end humanity. Detonate the most powerful nuclear explosions at a high altitude, effectively destroying all life, and then unleash firestorms that are powerful enough to usher in a nuclear winter. Detonate massive bombs that have been salted or have been filled with materials that could create a radioactive wasteland. We must first comprehend the situation for the first half. The idea that a large-scale nuclear conflict would result in a nuclear winter, in which many nuclear bombs would explode in major cities. There would be so many bombs dropped and so many cities destroyed that the ensuing firestorms would release a great deal of soot into the atmosphere. The sun's rays would be blocked by this pollution, lowering Earth's temperatures and messing with the planet's climate. Changes in weather patterns, crop failures, ecological degradation, and the utter annihilation of the majority of species on Earth, including people, would result from these changes. Now, there are some problems with this. The main reason for this is that we don't even have enough nuclear weapons to accomplish this, not to mention that they aren't large enough to be able to throw up enough dust to block the sun high enough in the atmosphere. Additionally, a large number of them would strike military targets instead of cities, such as missile silos and military installations. But suppose we disregard all of these jabs and choose to take the biggest nuclear weapon available as of 2017 and detonate it all over the planet. With some of these yields packing around 5 megatons of energy as of 2017, China and Russia have the largest nuclear weapons, over 300 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Japan in 1945. We'll figure out what we need for both cases using this fantastic tool called NukeMap. The 5 psi blast wave would decimate anything within 7.5 miles of the blast zone, or damaging an area of 175 square miles if it were detonated at the ideal altitude to maximize the 5 psi blast wave, which would cause most concrete structures to collapse. Around 18 miles or 950 square miles are covered by the 1.5 psi blast wave, which is strong enough to break glass windows. The numbers start to spiral out of control if we spaced out the nuclear weapons to cover every landmass on the planet. The surface area of Earth is approximately 197 million square miles. With land making up 1/3 of that, the total area is reduced to 66 million square miles. We need close to 70,000 5-megaton bombs to glass the surface and start the firestorms required to do this if we scattered the amount of nuclear weapons over the globe, such that 1.5 psi blast waves link with each other. To put it another way, it would take an impossible amount of nuclear weapons to freeze, blast, and burn the whole human race. We'd need to tweak the bomb for the second section, so that the radiation it left behind would harm a lot of area for years. Creating a cobalt bomb is one possible method to accomplish this. Because of its design, this is a true doomsday weapon. A cobalt bomb is essentially a nuclear weapon that contains cobalt-59. When it explodes, the neutrons that are produced change the cobalt-59 into cobalt-60, which is extremely radioactive and has a half-life of 5 years. So what can we learn from this? In essence, it is impossible to exterminate everyone. Major assumptions in this equation include that all weapons are perfect detonations, among other things. But it seems implausible that humanity will annihilate itself in conflict given the necessity to produce hundreds of nuclear weapons. We would probably need at least 1,005 mega nukes to completely destroy civilization, even if I was mistaken by a factor of 5. In other words, stop worrying about nuclear conflict. It's incredibly unlikely and not as dangerous as we assume given the current state of affairs as of 2017. That's it in this video. Please like the video and thanks for watching. Do subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell for latest update.